Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. So today I'm continuing work on the axial gravedigger, and I'm going to get the front axles done. Now this was the rear. I'm going to change this up to be the front, and I'll take it all apart. I'm going to install the new bevel gear, which is the heavy duty axial bevel gears, and I'll also install the beef tubes. I got a whole bag of axial parts, extra parts, so hopefully that'll be everything I need to get this job done. It took a little while to get the back figured out. I did get it all together. I'm hoping that on this video I can show you a little bit more of what I'm doing now that I got things kind of figured out. Alright, so I'll get to work. So I'm going to go ahead and take everything off just to make it easier for myself, and then just basically put everything back together again. So I'll get all this off and I'll be back. Alright, so I haven't even opened up the inside pumpkin yet to get into the diff gears. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and install the beef tube. This is a real nice piece of brass. It just fits right up to the inside. Gives the plastic a little bit more rigidity. This way it's less likely to snap. So I'll get this slid in, and I'm also going to slide in the new drive shaft. So the long side beef tube is installed. You have to back out these two screws in order to get the little axle out, as well as get the beef tube in. So I did the same thing on the other side, took these two screws out. Now I'm ready to install the shorter side. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that these two flat spots kind of line up with the holes so you can get the screws through. It just slides in. So just like the back diff, I'm going to take this out, install the heavy duty bevel gear, and put everything back in. Be really tough to film because everything is really greasy and I don't want to get grease all over my camera. So I'll get it all done and I'll be back. Alright guys, so the heavy duty gears are in, everything is set. I'm just getting everything back together. So I'll get the rest of the axles assembled, get the steering knuckles and everything done, put the cover back on, and be ready to move on to the next part. Alright, so I got the front axle, everything assembled. I used some spacers actually to push out the hub, the hex, just to give me a little bit more space, because when everything was kind of squeezed in, it was binding up. Now I got a bunch of parts here. This is all the hot racing aluminum servo mount parts, and the installation of this is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The mount just goes onto the top here, and you have your actual servo mount pieces here, screws, hardware, what have you. Hook up the servo. So I have another Savox 1210. This will be centered, and then I will get to work as far as getting this installed onto the axle. Okay, so the servo is installed. Now I'm going to install the Proline Big Hit steering rod. And this thing does not come with directions. That's why I installed the rear, to kind of get an idea on how to put it on. So now that I know how to do it, I'll show you. And I think this is right, and if I'm wrong, then let me know in the comments. Okay, so in the kit you get 2 springs, a long screw, a couple washers, the actual bar, and you get this little piece here. Alright, so here's everything together. The screw goes in, you put a washer on the end, the spring, this little piece here, another spring, another washer, threaded into the tube. This piece here will then go through. You need to provide your own screw. Now Proline does not provide the end, so what I had to do was use Tamiya eyes. I'll cut one of these off. I have the thread to go in there, and I'll get this threaded up. Alright, so I got the Tamiya end put on. I got a little collar out of the bag that the Savox servo comes in, and that'll just slide in here. This way I can put a screw through that. That'll hold this all together, and then the collar, slide this through, and screw that in. I also went ahead and installed the 25 tooth aluminum servo horn. Nothing special about this, just throw it on. Okay, and everything is together. Now I will be replacing the steering rod. I will be putting on an aluminum one from Hot Racing, but it's not in yet, so for right now I'm just using the plastic to get this thing hooked up. I also added on the front sway bars. This way I have a little bit more stability. And like the actual truck, the actual real gravedigger has these front sway bars on it. Another little thing I did, I turned the exhaust, I put them upside down because on the real truck it actually does face down. I may end up just taking these off though, I'm not a real big fan of these. Alright guys, so that's about it for the axle install. I think on the next one I'll tackle the trailing arms and the upper links, try to get all that hooked up, and I'm close to having this thing running. So as always, if you like what you saw, please click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a great day. I'll see y'all soon.